Have you ever wondered if you are destined for something greater, something beyond what the eyes can see? Perhaps you've felt a deep disconnection from the world around you, as if you're on a different frequency, out of sync with what most people consider normal. Sometimes you may look at your own life and wonder why you feel so different, why certain things that drive the world around you simply don't resonate with you. The great transformation has begun. If this content resonated with you, share it with your friends and family so they can awaken too. Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth. Whether it's when you look at the people you live with or reflect on the values society imposes on you, the impression arises that somehow you don't fully belong in this scenario. It's as if you're just passing through, observing something that isn't entirely yours. You are not alone in this feeling. Millions of people around the world experience a similar sensation. This impression of not belonging can generate confusion, doubts, and sometimes a slight sense of isolation, as if you're in a world where no one around you seems to see things the way you do. It may even feel as if, despite being surrounded by so many people, there is a part of you that remains invisible, misunderstood, and perhaps even repressed. But what if I told you that all of this might be part of something bigger, friends and family, so they can awaken too? Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth, something profound, a calling that comes from within and is waiting for the right moment to fully manifest. If these thoughts have ever crossed your mind, get ready. What you're feeling is no coincidence. And in fact, it may be one of the signs that you are awakening to something much greater than you ever imagined. Many people who are going through a spiritual awakening report similar experiences. The feeling of being out of place, of not fully belonging to the world around you, is often the first sign that something inside you is changing, or rather, evolving. It's as if your soul is tuning into a new frequency, a higher vibration that most people around you still can't perceive. This feeling of being different can manifest in various ways. Maybe you've started to question certain social norms, wondering why people follow certain traditions or blindly believe in specific patterns of behavior. You may have begun to notice that the endless pursuit of material things, status, and external recognition simply doesn't make sense to you anymore, or that these things never brought the true happiness the world promises. While most people are caught up in an endless race for more power, money, or success, you are seeking something that transcends all of that, something that touches the deepest part of your soul. The great transformation has begun. If this content resonated with you, share it with your friends and family so they can awaken too. Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth. This quest is one of the most striking characteristics of someone undergoing an awakening. When you start to distance yourself from the superficial noise of the world, creating space to explore your inner self, you realize that there is an entire universe within you, filled with wisdom, intuition, and a deep connection to something greater, something that goes beyond you, beyond what the rational mind can understand. This process, although often lonely and confusing, is a journey of self-discovery that can completely transform your life. But how can you be sure you're truly going through this change? How do you know if this feeling of not belonging is just a passing phase, or if it is, in fact, a sign of something much deeper? The answer lies in the signs. Yes, the universe, your own soul, leaves clues along the way. These clues, or signs, are clear manifestations that you're going through a spiritual awakening, that you are being called to a different journey. A journey of growth and evolution that many call the awakening of the chosen. What does it mean to be one of the chosen? In spiritual terms, being chosen doesn't mean being better or superior to anyone else. In fact, it's a call to a greater responsibility, an invitation to walk a path that may be challenging but extremely rewarding. Being chosen is a metaphor for the awakening of a higher consciousness. for the recognition that you have a unique mission, a special contribution to make in this world. It's an invitation to transcend the ego, to find a greater purpose, to live according to the true essence of who you are. The great transformation has begun. If this content resonated with you, share it with your friends and family so they can awaken too. Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth. In this video, I will share with you 7 unmistakable signs that you are one of the chosen. These signs will confirm what you already feel deep in your being, even if you haven't yet found the right words to express it. They will bring clarity to the whirlwind of emotions and thoughts you have been experiencing, and, most importantly, they will help you understand that you are not alone in this journey. In fact, more and more people around the world are going through the same process, awakening to a new spiritual reality, and you are one of them. Get ready, because from now on, your perception of yourself and the world around you may change drastically. Throughout this video, I will guide you through the signs that indicate you are going through a spiritual awakening and that you have been chosen for a greater mission. These signs are not mere coincidences. They are clear manifestations of the universe, indicating that you are ready to transcend the old reality and begin to live according to the new energy that is establishing itself on the planet. You will notice that these signs are present in your life in subtle but powerful ways. Some of them may have been happening for a long time, while others may have appeared more recently. In any case, all of them indicate one thing: you are ready for a spiritual leap. You are ready to recognize your true nature, to connect with your essence, and to live a life aligned with your higher purpose. The great transformation has begun. If this content resonated with you, share it with your friends and family so they can awaken too. Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth. Now open your mind and your heart, because what you are about to discover may forever change the way you see your journey. Join me as we explore together these 7 signs that confirm you are among the chosen. This is the moment for you to awaken to your true essence and to the incredible potential that resides within you. As you begin to explore these sensations and internal reflections, you may notice that certain patterns in your life are changing. Perhaps activities that once seemed satisfying no longer bring the same pleasure. Maybe you have distanced yourself from people with whom you used to have a strong connection. Or perhaps what once seemed essential to your life, such as status, social recognition, or the accumulation of material possessions, has now lost its importance. This distancing from what is considered normal to most people is one of the first signs that your soul is awakening to a higher level of consciousness. This awakening process does not happen in a linear way. It's like a spiral, where you constantly revisit and deepen your questions. You ask yourself about the meaning of life, about why you are here, about what your true purpose is. At the same time, you may face feelings of discomfort, anxiety, or even sadness as the old you begins to lose strength while a new version of yourself begins to emerge. This version is more authentic, more connected with your essence, but it also faces the natural resistance of everything you once knew and believed in. These moments of inner conflict are normal and are part of the transformation process. The feeling that you are disconnecting from what once seemed familiar can be frightening, but it is also liberating. Gradually, you begin to realize that the path you are walking is not just a personal transition, but also a reconnection with what is most profound in the universe: spiritual truth. You begin to understand that your experiences and life are intertwined with a larger reality that transcends the physical and material, a reality that many call spirituality. As you deepen your connection with your spiritual self, you begin to have experiences that go beyond what the rational mind can explain. Some of them may manifest through intense dreams, sudden insights, or even the feeling that there is an invisible force guiding your steps. These experiences serve as reminders that you are in a process of raising your consciousness, that there is something much greater happening inside you and around you. The feeling of loneliness, for example, can be one of the first signs of this awakening process. Often, when you are on a path of spiritual transformation, it is common to feel that the people around you do not understand what you are going through. The old routine, the old conversations, and even the interpersonal relationships can start to feel empty or superficial. This sense of isolation can be unsettling, but it is also an invitation to a deeper connection with yourself. It is as if the universe is saying, it's time to look within. It's time to reconnect with your true essence. And in this process, silence becomes your greatest ally. The time you spend alone, reflecting and meditating on your life, your choices, and your purpose is, in fact, a gift. Many people, especially those who have not yet begun their spiritual journey, see silence and solitude as something to be avoided. But for those who are awakening, these moments are opportunities for introspection, to listen to inner wisdom, and to align with the voice of the soul. When you begin to understand that this temporary isolation is part of the journey, you start to find comfort in the fact that you are exactly where you need to be. This is the moment of strengthening your soul, of preparing yourself for what is to come. The universe is preparing you for a new phase, a phase in which you will be called to fulfill your purpose with even more clarity and power. But to do so, you must let go of old patterns, beliefs, and often people who are not ready to accompany you on this journey. The great transformation has begun. If this content resonated with you, share it with your friends and family so they can awaken too. Leave your comment below. We'd love to hear how this message impacted you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following this spiritual journey. Together, we'll raise our consciousness for the new earth. Another clear sign that you are going through this spiritual transition is the awakening of your intuition. That inner voice, which once seemed like a distant whisper, now becomes clearer, louder. Your intuition is the direct connection with your higher self, and when you begin to listen to it more attentively, you realize that it has always been there, guiding your steps, even when you weren't fully aware of it. Spiritual awakening is, in large part, the awakening of this inner voice, the ability to fully trust your instincts and know, without a doubt, what is right for you. These moments of intuitive clarity are powerful and can manifest in various ways. You may start to feel a strong attraction to certain places, people, or even specific types of spiritual knowledge. Or you may feel a repulsion toward things that were once part of your life, but now seem dissonant with the new energy you are integrating. This is your soul aligning with its true path, and it is important to pay attention to these signs. At the same time, this spiritual awakening may come with a deep sense of responsibility. It's as if you are being called to something greater, something that goes beyond you and your small personal world. This responsibility is not a burden, but a privilege. You begin to realize that you have a role to play in the collective awakening of humanity, and that every step you take towards your own truth is also helping to raise the consciousness of the planet as a whole. As you embrace this responsibility, you realize that your mission goes far beyond what you imagined. It is not just about finding inner peace or feeling good about yourself, but about sharing this energy with the world. When you align with your true essence, your very presence becomes a force of healing and transformation. You don't need to do anything other than be who you truly are, and that alone will have a profound impact on the people around you and the energy of the planet. This awakening process is often accompanied by a deep desire to help others. You begin to realize that your journey is not solitary, but part of a larger network of souls who are awakening at the same time. There is an invisible connection between those who are going through this transformation, and often you will be drawn to people or situations that need your light, your wisdom, your healing energy. This desire to serve, to contribute to the well-being of the whole, is one of the clearest signs that you are on the right path. And finally, you begin to realize that spiritual awakening is not a final destination, but a continuous process. Every new discovery, every new insight takes you to a deeper level of understanding and integration. There is no end to this journey, as spirituality is infinite. As you continue to evolve, you realize that there is always more to learn, more to integrate, more to share. The signs that you are among the chosen are, in fact, reminders that you are on the right path. Each of these signs is a manifestation of your soul, showing that you are ready to live your truth fully and authentically. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and all you need to do is trust the process, listen to your intuition, and keep moving toward the light. Have you noticed how the things that once brought you pleasure and comfort now feel empty? Perhaps it was that moment when something you bought, no matter how long you waited and wanted it, quickly lost its luster. Or maybe it's the fact that, despite achieving material goals that once seemed so important, like buying a new car, a house, or even getting a promotion at work, you no longer feel the same satisfaction as before. This sense of disconnection from the material world is one of the clearest signs that you are undergoing a spiritual transformation. When you are in a process of awakening, your soul begins to detach from identification with objects and material possessions. This does not mean that you completely reject the physical world, but rather that you begin to realize that it does not define who you are. What once seemed like your life's goal now reveals itself to be an illusion, a superficial layer over the true essence of existence. This is a process that can be uncomfortable at first, because the world around you continues to value these material achievements. You may start to question why you are still striving to pursue goals that no longer bring you joy. And more importantly, you may feel a growing sense of dissatisfaction or emptiness, as if something is missing. This emptiness is not a problem, but rather a call to something greater, something deeper and spiritual. It arises to remind you that true happiness cannot be found in external things. This is the moment when many people begin to seek spiritual answers. They realize that no matter how much they accumulate in terms of possessions or experiences, there is still a latent desire for something that transcends the material. That something is the spiritual purpose, which can only be fulfilled when you turn inward, seeking answers about who you really are beyond the body and mind. This detachment from the material world should not be seen as a loss, but as a liberation. By letting go of attachment to external possessions and achievements, you create space for a deeper connection with your spiritual essence. At this point, many people begin to seek practices such as meditation, contemplation, and self-knowledge, all ways of diving into this new sense of purpose and truth. One of the most significant gifts that come with spiritual awakening is the development of intuition. That inner voice, which you often ignored or questioned, suddenly starts to sound clearer and more trustworthy. What once seemed like a mere hunch now becomes a guiding force in your life. You begin to realize that when you follow your intuition, things flow with greater ease and harmony. Intuition is not simply guessing or having a feeling. It is your direct connection to your spiritual essence, your higher self, and the energies of the universe. When you are in tune with this part of yourself, it is as if you are connecting to a much broader wisdom, a universal intelligence that transcends logic and conventional reasoning. This connection with intuition manifests in various ways. You may start having sudden insights about decisions you need to make, or you may feel a strong urge to follow a specific path, even if it doesn't seem the most logical. At other times, you may simply know that a situation or person is not right for you, without needing rational explanations. Intuition is like an inner compass that guides you toward your highest truth. When you start trusting it, you realize that you are aligned with the natural flow of life. Often, people who ignore their intuition end up facing more challenges and obstacles, while those who connect with this inner voice find it easier to navigate through daily situations. Spiritual awakening brings with it this enhanced ability to trust your instincts and to know, without a doubt, what is right for you. As you awaken spiritually, one of the most challenging but also transformative aspects is the change in your social relationships. You may start to notice that the people you used to spend time with no longer share the same interests, values, or aspirations. This can be confusing and even painful at first, as these friendships may have been an important part of your life for many years. However, it is essential to understand that when your vibration changes, it naturally attracts people and situations that are in resonance with this new frequency. During the awakening process, your energy elevates, and you begin to seek more authentic connections based on depth and mutual growth. Superficial relationships that once seemed satisfactory now feel empty and meaningless. This change in friendship cycles may bring a temporary period of solitude, but this solitude serves as a space for growth and introspection. You begin to attract people who are on the same awakening journey, people who share your new interests and who support you in your evolution. These relationships are more genuine and meaningful, and they often arise unexpectedly. Over time, you will find that these new cycles of friendships are not only more harmonious, but also more aligned with your true essence. They are based on an exchange of energy, growth, and mutual support, not on convenience or habit. This doesn't mean you should abandon all your old friendships, but rather that you should be open to allowing your energy to find new connections that are more aligned with your spiritual journey. When you awaken to your true nature, something profound begins to change within you. The ego loses its grip, and the desire to serve others grows. This is one of the most remarkable characteristics of those on the spiritual path. The call to help others arises as an uncontrollable force, a desire that comes from within, not out of obligation or for recognition, but because it is part of your purpose. This desire to serve can manifest in many ways. Perhaps you feel the urge to engage in volunteer work, help those in need, or simply be more kind and present in everyday interactions. Helping others becomes a natural expression of your being, as you understand that by serving others, you are also serving yourself and the whole. The call to serve is a characteristic of the chosen, those who are awakening to a higher consciousness. When you are in tune with your spiritual mission, you realize that life is about contributing to the collective well-being. This desire to help others is a direct manifestation of your connection with the energy of unconditional love, the most powerful force that exists. Moreover, as you help others, you also experience a profound inner transformation. The act of serving elevates your energy, opens your heart, and deepens your connection with the universe. It is no wonder that many spiritual masters affirm that serving is one of the fastest paths to spiritual growth. When you act with compassion and altruism, you are aligned with the divine essence within yourself and others. During the process of spiritual awakening, your dreams become an important channel of communication with your soul and higher dimensions. You may begin to notice that your dreams are becoming more intense, vivid, and filled with symbolism. They may contain messages, warnings, or insights about your life and the next steps in your journey. Dreaming is a way of accessing the unconscious, and in the case of spiritual awakening, these dreams function as a means of communication between your conscious self and your higher self. Often, they contain messages that your rational mind cannot fully comprehend while you are awake. These dreams can also be experiences of contact with spiritual guides, masters, or loved ones who have passed on. During sleep, your soul frees itself from the limitations of the physical body and travels to other dimensions of consciousness. In these states, you may receive teachings and healings that help you in the awakening process. Often, the symbols in dreams are universal archetypes, reflecting deep spiritual truths. The more you pay attention to these dreams, the more you begin to understand their messages and integrate them into your life. As you progress on your spiritual journey, one of the most noticeable changes is the increase in your energetic sensitivity. What exactly does this mean? Well, if before you could enter a crowded environment and feel only the noise and agitation, now you begin to perceive something more. You feel the energy of a place, of people, and even of objects in a way that you couldn't before. This energetic sensitivity is one of the most evident signs that your consciousness is expanding. When you awaken, your energetic field, also known as your aura, becomes more refined and receptive. What once went unnoticed, like the emotions and vibrations of the people around you, now becomes clear. In crowded environments, you may feel overwhelmed or anxious, because you are not only picking up on what people are saying, but also on what they are feeling. This can make you feel exhausted or uncomfortable in certain situations. Likewise, you may also start to notice the energy of certain places. For example, a space where there has been a lot of tension or conflict may feel heavy or dense, while a location where people are happy and in harmony may feel light and pleasant. Your energetic sensitivity gives you an internal radar that helps you navigate the world more consciously and aligned with what is good for you. This change can be difficult to handle at first, especially if you are not used to feeling the energy of people and places so intensely. But over time, you learn to recognize this sensitivity as a gift. It allows you to consciously choose where and with whom you want to spend your time and energy. You start to distance yourself from situations that drain you and gravitate towards environments and people that elevate your vibration. To cope with this growing sensitivity, many people going through a spiritual awakening begin to practice energetic protection techniques. This can include visualizations of protection, such as imagining a bubble of light around you, or more advanced practices like using crystals and herbs that help cleanse and protect the energetic field. It's also common for those who are going through this process to feel a desire to spend more time alone or in nature, where the energy is purer and less burdened by human emotions. Another feature of this energetic sensitivity is the ability to feel the truth behind people's words. What does this mean? Imagine someone is telling you something, but you perceive that energetically, something is off about that person. Even if the conversation seems normal, you may feel that there is a falseness or hidden agenda. This perception is not based on what the person is saying, but on the energy they are emitting. As your sensitivity develops, you begin to trust this perception more. It helps you avoid relationships and situations that are not aligned with your well-being. This ability to read people's energy can be seen as an expanded form of intuition, where you become more aware not only of what people say, but also of what they don't say. This heightened energetic sensitivity, though initially challenging, is a powerful tool in your spiritual journey. It connects you with what is authentic, true, and aligned with your soul, helping you make more conscious decisions and live a more harmonious and balanced life. Another unmistakable sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is the insatiable desire for spiritual knowledge. As you awaken, you feel a strong attraction to books, videos, lectures, and conversations about spirituality, energy, consciousness, and the purpose of life. What once seemed distant or esoteric now calls to you in a way you can't ignore. This sign is extremely common because spiritual awakening is accompanied by a deep desire for answers. You begin to question the nature of reality, the origin of the soul, the existence of past lives, and the purpose of your own existence. It's as if a door has been opened within you, revealing that there is so much more to learn and explore than you ever imagined. The desire for spiritual knowledge is not just an intellectual curiosity. It comes from a deep place within your soul. You feel that you need to understand more about yourself and the universe to move forward with clarity and purpose. This calling may lead you to study various spiritual traditions, from Eastern mysticism to modern metaphysics, searching for resonance with what makes sense to you. For many people, the starting point is the religions or philosophies with which they grew up. But over time, the search becomes more eclectic and comprehensive. You may feel drawn to ancient practices like Buddhism, Hinduism, or Taoism, or you may explore new areas such as quantum physics, energy work, and modern spirituality. The important thing is that this journey of seeking spiritual knowledge is not linear. You may follow unexpected paths, learning things that expand your worldview in surprising ways. The fact is, when you begin to delve deeper into spiritual knowledge, you realize that many of the answers you seek are already within you. The books, videos, and teachings you absorb are just tools to help you access this inner wisdom. Every insight or revelation you have during this search serves as a reminder of something your soul already knows on a deep level. Furthermore, this desire to learn more about spirituality can manifest practically. Many people start exploring practices like meditation, yoga, Reiki, astrology, tarot reading, crystal work, and more. These practices help integrate spiritual knowledge in a tangible way, allowing you to directly experience spiritual truths in your own life. Over time, you may start feeling a desire to share this knowledge with others. The spiritual journey is rarely solitary. You will find people in your life who are seeking the same answers, and together you can share discoveries, experiences, and wisdom. This exchange of spiritual knowledge is an essential part of the process, as it allows you to deepen your understanding while also helping others grow on their own journeys. Spiritual learning never ends. As you evolve in your journey, new questions arise, new layers of understanding are revealed. The attraction to spiritual knowledge becomes a continuous flow, a process of exploration that lasts a lifetime. Every new concept you explore, every new practice you adopt, takes you deeper into the journey of self-discovery and alignment with your divine essence. Now that you understand the signs of spiritual awakening, the next step is to integrate this wisdom into your daily life. Awakening is not just a concept or idea. It is a living experience that transforms every aspect of your life, from the way you interact with the world to how you see yourself. Integrating these signs requires practice, patience, and above all, compassion for yourself. The process of spiritual awakening is not easy, and it can often be challenging because you are essentially shedding old ways of being to align with something completely new. However, as you allow these signs to manifest in your life, you realize that they are part of a greater transformation, a journey of spiritual growth that is leading you to live in accordance with your true essence. Here are some ways to integrate these signs into your daily life. Daily meditation. The practice of meditation helps you connect with your inner self and strengthen your intuition. Through meditation, you can tune into the more subtle energies around and within you. Energetic. Self-care. As your energetic sensitivity grows, it is important to care for your energy field. Practice energy cleansing rituals like herbal baths, using crystals, or visualizing light to protect and restore your energy. Spiritual study and reflection. Continue exploring spiritual knowledge. Study sacred texts. Participate in discussion groups, or simply reflect on the teachings that resonate with you. This will help solidify your journey. Service to others. Use your desire to help others as a means of spiritual growth. When you serve with an open heart, you not only uplift those around you, but also elevate your own energy and consciousness. Trust in the journey. Remember that spiritual awakening is a continuous process. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and confusion, but ultimately, every experience is an opportunity for growth and learning. Trust in the path your soul is walking. Each of these signs not only confirms that you are in a process of spiritual awakening, but also serves as a guide to help you navigate this journey with more clarity and purpose. Spiritual awakening is a profound transformation that changes your perception of the world and yourself. And while many see it as a solitary process, it's important to remember that you are part of something much greater, a collective movement of souls awakening to a new reality of love, compassion, and elevated consciousness. Allow yourself to flow with this process. Don't be afraid to distance yourself from what no longer resonates with you, to trust your intuition, and to seek the knowledge that calls to you. With each step you take toward your awakening, you are moving closer to the truth of your soul. And that truth is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and the world.